Hey y'all, welcome back to the ETX Thermal Hunter channel. Today we're going to be doing another review of an optic, but more of a kind of a comparison and talk about more of the differences. We're going to be talking about an optic that's been out for a while, but this company just released an upgraded version of it. And I'm going to tell you what, they did an outstanding job upgrading a currently bestseller device that's on the market. So real quick before we jump into that though, do yourself a favor. Please stick around after this video and check out my channel. Got a lot of good content on there, a lot of good reviews. As well, you can find me on Instagram at ETX Thermal Hunter. If you're there, I put a lot of content out there. You can reach out, and if you have any questions, you can direct message me there. If you've got comments about any optics we ever reviewed on my channel, or anything about this one we're going to be talking about today, drop comments in this video, and I'll be glad to get back with you. So, I also got to give a shout out to Outdoor Legacy Gear for allowing me to have this optic. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do these field tests, and I wouldn't be able to bring you some good reviews. So appreciate Outdoor Legacy Gear for that. Now let's jump into it. So like I mentioned, this is a upgraded version of an existing model. So today we're going to be talking about the AGM Rattler TS25-384 version 2. So we're going to talk about the version 1 versus version 2 upgrades, what you get with version 2. The greatest thing that AGM did with this is they put a lot of great feature upgrades into this already awesome optic, but they didn't increase the price. So this still retails at $2,095. A lot of times when people do version upgrades or they add features to optics, they always come with a price increase. AGM didn't do that. AGM, knew that a lot of people like this model and listened to a lot of the feedback that people were talking about on what they wanted in this new in the Rattler line, and incorporated a lot of that feedback into some great upgrades for the version 2 model and kept the price the same point. So we'll do a quick walk around and we'll jump into some of the differences of the version 2 and what you get over the version 1 with the Rattler TS25. So it's got a really nice 25 millimeter focusable objective lens with a really nice objective lens snap in place cover. Comes with an American Defense manufacturing QD single throw lever return to zero mount. It's got a focusable display as well as a removable rubber eye cup piece that comes with it. It's got a battery, your battery compartment right here. It's got a removable, rechargeable proprietary battery that comes with, live demo is always hard, comes with the scope. You actually get 2 of these with each of these with the optic, whether you get the 25 or the 35. You get 2 battery systems with it. It's got a USB-C power port. You can power the device as well as move your videos and content. It's got video recording. It's got built-in picture-in-picture. Same specs as the version 1 with a couple small differences. So it's 384 by 288 thermal core resolution. It's a 12 micron 50 hertz refresh rate thermal sensor. It's got standby mode. 4 color palettes, meaning white, black hot, red hot, and fusion color. It's got 10 reticle choices, multiple zeroing profiles so you can move it around to different rifles and sight it in. It's got shot activated recording. What else does this thing have? It's got video with built-in recording. It's got 16 gigs of internal storage. So a lot of feature packed, like I said, a lot of the same features as version 1. But with some really, really key upgrades to make it a version 2. So without that, we're going to jump into what I think are some of the best upgrades that the version 2, that you get with the version 2. The first thing that you're going to notice is the base magnification. So on the Rattler TS25 version 1, it had a base magnification of 1.5 and it had a digital zoom up to 12x. So on the version 2, it's going to have a base magnification of 2 power up to a digital zoom of 16 power. So to be at, that was one of the biggest dings I had on the version 1 is that 1.5 base magnification for me was a little low. Yes, you get a very wide field of view at 78 feet at 100 yards. It's just, you had to zoom in a lot. And when you're at a 384 and you're already having to zoom in quite a bit, every time you zoom in, you're going to cut your thermal resolution or your resolution in half. And so I found myself with that 1.5 having to zoom in at least once to put me at a 3 power, which is automatically cutting down on the image quality. So being able to have a base magnification at 2 power, my preference is like 2.5 power to 3. So being between 2 and 3 and being at 2 at a $2,000 price point, that's a giant upgrade for budget $2,000 thermal. So that was a great upgrade for the version 2. Was really excited to see that. The next thing that you're going to see stand out on that, and I don't know if you picked up on it on the specs, was this is a 12 micron thermal sensor. The version 1 was a 17 micron thermal sensor. So I don't know if most of y'all don't know this, but I can give a little quick explanation of why 12 would be better than 17 in this instant. Is when you have a 12 micron pixel pitch sensor, it has smaller pixels than a 17 micron pixel pitch sensor, meaning that the thermal scope with a 12 micron can produce a higher resolution than a thermal scope with a 17 micron sensor. And that's because the lower the micron pixel pitch, the better it can create a more dense image. So it gives you a higher resolution. So the image quality on the version 2 Rattler TS25, in my opinion, is substantially better than the Rattler TS25 version 1. So you get a base magnification improvement of 2 power, and you're also getting a better image. You're going down to a 12 micron, so you're getting a higher resolution, more dense image. Gives you a clear, in my opinion, a better picture image, clear image. So that was another giant upgrade that I thought was really awesome of AGM to be able to improve the image quality on a $2,000 optic and still keep the price the same. Now, the next one to me is a big one as well, and that's the battery system. So on the version 1 Rattlers, whether it was the TS35 or the TS25, they ran off of CR123 batteries. I'm not a fan of running CR123 batteries, and the reason being is on nice ideal conditions, I was getting about 4 to 4.5 hours of runtime. Well, if I hunt all night and I hunt for 6 hours, I know I'm at least going to have to change the batteries one time. On cold nights, I was never getting 4 hours of runtime. I was getting like 2.5, 3 hours of runtime, best case scenario. So it just means I'm going to have a lot more batteries with me to run it off the CR123 batteries, or I'm going to have to run an external power pack to extend the battery life or the power through a longer hunt. So if I want to hunt all weekend and not have to carry a bunch of batteries, I would normally run a power pack. Giant upgrade alert for the version 2. The version 2, like I said in the walk around, comes with a removable, rechargeable lithium-ion batteries. So here's the proprietary AGM removable, rechargeable battery that comes with the Rattlers TS25s and TS35s. The best part about this is the scope comes with 2 of these batteries. You can obviously buy more from AGM, but to get 2 of these batteries in the box, that's huge. But the best part about that is the runtime on one battery is between 10 and 11 hours. So out of the box, when you buy this optic, you're going to get 2 batteries. It's going to give you about 22 hours of runtime out of the box on a full charge. So which means you can hunt all weekend or a couple nights in a row, several nights in a row, and not have to charge your batteries, not have to carry a bunch of CR123s with you, and not have to worry about running a power pack. So that is a giant upgrade for a $2,000 scope to be able to use rechargeable, removable, proprietary batteries and not have to use 18650 batteries or CR123 batteries or whatever that is. But that is a giant upgrade, and again makes this optic version 2 just continue to stand out as a really great optic at that price point. Now, one thing that's important to me is video recording. I like to capture a lot of content, whether it's be for YouTube or whether it be for my Instagram page, so I can do reviews and things like that. But one thing I really find important for my video recordings is I like to have audio. The version 1 TS25s did not have audio with the video recording. The version 2, they did include that. So that's another nice upgrade by AGM on this version 2 model, is allow you to capture great video content, but also be able to hear the audio. When I'm running calls, I like to hear the call running. I like to hear the shots. I like to hear the dialogue with, the people I'm hunting with. Just makes the videos to me a whole lot more, meaningful, and allows the experience to be better when I'm capturing videos. So to me, having audio added to a video, to me personally, was a giant upgrade as well. So kudos to AGM to doing that, adding that into the version 2 as well. Now, a couple smaller things that I thought were really great about this is they kind of changed the form factor slightly. It's a little bit longer. So the original version 1 TS25 was like 7.37 inches long. This one comes in about 8.5 inches long. And the version 1 was just shy of a pound at 0.91 pounds, and this one is just over a pound at 1.08 pounds. So very, very small differences in length and weight, still remaining the small form factor, the compact form factor, lightweight form factor. Still, allow you the ability to use it as a monocular if you're the type of person that likes to take it off your rifle, scan with it, put it back on your rifle, or run as a bunny setup where you're running this as a monocular and you have another optic. This form factor works very well as a monocular, as a hand scanner, as well as mounting on your rifle. Paired with the American Defense QD mount, you can take it off, put it back on, and it will return to zero. So nothing changed in the ability to use it as a scanner and then the small form factor, just a little bit larger, a little bit heavier. But another thing they did is they changed the button configuration. So they added, the way the power button's down here, you got your image capture right here, you've got your quick palette changes right here, your menu, long press goes into your big menu, and then short presses let you change things like your brightness, your contrast, things like that. And then you got your zoom right up here by the eyepiece. So the configuration of the buttons, they're really easy to find in the dark. They got good textile features to them, so if you have gloves on or you don't have gloves on, you can really find the buttons easily, press them easily, and navigate this optic without having to look at the button configuration. They're being on top of the optic makes it really great for both ambidextrous people, so whether you're left-handed or right-handed, works really, really well. So those are some of the form factor and kind of overall design kind of changes they did to the version 2. All great upgrades on this version 2. So if you're considering or ever thought, man, the Rattler 22, Rattler TS25 has a really good optic, but its 1-point base magnification is pretty low, or man, I like the price point, you cannot go wrong with a version 2 for the money. It's definitely an upgrade over the version 1. Kudos again, I keep saying that, but AGM really outdid themselves. They didn't increase the price, and they added a lot of great upgrades to the version 2. So if you're interested in learning more about this, you can jump out to outdoorlegacygear.com, read the specs, check out some reviews there. You can also call Outdoor Legacy Gear and talk to Hans or Jason at 877-350-1818. They can answer any of your questions, also get you one ordered. So overall, was very, very impressed with this version 2 upgrade. Had a great, fantastic time hunting with it, being able to do some hunts. Hope you've enjoyed some of the footage from the optic as we've been talking today. If you have any questions, feel free to drop comments in this video or shoot me a DM on Instagram. As always, y'all stay safe in the field and God bless. Thanks, y'all.